I think I'm special.
It was a great performance by Arsenal as they stormed to a 3-1 victory against Tottenham Hotspur. The inverted fullbacks allowed us to take control of the midfield and gobble up possession. It ensured that we recycled the ball quite quickly, and with Partey putting the performance he did, it allowed us to really gain control of that central midfield. But not only that, progress it very quickly to the attackers. Our possession-based style, coupled with the intent to press and actively having a coordinated press against a Tottenham side who do not cope well with the press, especially against one of the best pressing teams in the league, which is us, allowed us to create opportunities and fork out chances for Jesus and Xhaka, who was essentially the extra attacker. Spurs, while pedestrian in the first half, underestimated Xhaka's ability to not only press but be a genuine goal threat. With this organised press, it's high risk, high reward. There were times in the first half Bentancur technical security caused us to rethink our strategy, because there were a few times they beat the press. I noted we were late on some instances. Spurs acknowledged this and went. Our possession-based style was greeted with Partey's absolutely stunning strike. We grew in confidence. While Spurs had moderate success, it just wasn't enough. I'd be lying if I said Son starting runs across the back four, but particularly in the left channel, didn't cause issues or raise my eyebrows. But because of that, they were giving the ball away. And if you're giving the ball away because you're playing high risk passes over the top to Son and Kane, for the existing possession you already have, which was really minor and insignificant, now you're giving the ball away actively, it just handicaps you. And because of this, Tottenham weren't able to ever, make an imprint on the game. Now, I said we have the coordinated press and we're a possession-based style team with the explosive press. Tottenham, on the other hand, I would describe them as a team who operate on the counter-attack, who don't mind being wounded for them to create the highest quality chance possible on the counter-attack. And they got the guys to do it, like Son, Kane. But they just couldn't get out of their own half. Truly, Spurs are a counter-attacking team. So in one token, I'm happy they are restricted to long balls. In another token, when Son's making runs, aided by those balls, disorganization ensues. Especially when Gabriel had a mistake in him, and always has had a mistake in him. He is inflicted with the bozo gene, and that came out in full force when he made a lunging tackle to Harry Kane and Harry Kane put it away. This led to the penalty. Now, anybody knows anything about football, momentum is key, and momentum changes as a result. Now, what happens is we are not making the press. We are not pressing as we once were in the first half an hour, because guess what? Conte's told Lloris, go long, because we can't hack the press. Because anytime we play it out the back, although we're getting minor success, it is not a great deal. And Arsenal just keep on gobbling us up in our own half, so go long. But despite that, they came back into the game. And this is where it gets interesting here. Because there's one thing to be on our laurels and put our heads down, but we showed character. We showed character to get back into the game. But this is where Arteta masterstroke happened. While Jesus was having good success in the first half, I would not say great, he had good success in the first half. He contributed to the team's success, He contributed to the team's success as he got back and he defended and his application and his know-how and his dribbling ability, all of the skill set he was demonstrating in that game, but particularly in the first half. But he wasn't being the number 9 we signed him for. He wasn't operating in the box. So this is what Arteta said to him at half time. We need you in the box. 4 minutes into the second half, Jesus scores a goal. He's just in the box. A few minutes later, he gets another chance. He heads it wide. A few minutes later, he gets another chance. He scuffs it and he misses the chance. That changed the game. And our wingers as well changed the game. The wingers were exceptional because when you're playing against a 3-4-2-1, you need to make sure that the wing backs and the inverted forwards are looked after. Martinelli and Saka did that very well. They got back. The game was won in 2 positions: the wings and the striker. Martinelli and Saka were absolutely exceptional. They were a live wire. They were thorn in Tottenham's system, and they commanded attention. But ultimately, they were creating chances, and that's what led to the second goal. Saka's shot, ricochet, Jesus snatched on. Martinelli as well got Emerson Royal sent off. Now they're handicapped. We have an advantage, and he was constantly probing, asking questions, running directly at Emerson Royal, and Royal did not want no parts of him. And even for the third goal, it's Martinelli cutting inside and asking Romero, come for a jolly ride with me. He did that. He drew Romero out of position. And as a result, that opened the space for Xhaka to park it onto his left foot. And in one motion, strike into the bottom corner. The wingers did their job. They did their motherfucking job. That's how you play as a winger in the Premier League. It was almost a throwback. I saw stuff like Martinelli was doing. While he can be frustrating at times, I could just imagine playing against him. He's an absolute mare. You are going to work bloody hard to keep him quiet. You will sweat profusely. You will pant, and ultimately he will do you. And he's always up for the challenge. You don't want a winger that always probes, and Martinelli did that and Saka did that yesterday. But on the striking front, the work ethic by Gabriel, again, standard. He even came to left back at times and helped. But in the second half, I'm confident Arteta gave him the instruction: stay in the box, stay in the box, stay in the box. 4 minutes after the interval, he got his goal, and that changed the face of the game. They get a red card, we get our third. Game won, game done. And again, a really good tactical performance from Arteta and a good performance from the Arsenal. Long may this continue. Thank you for listening to Only1Take. See you around.